Apparently this is one of the best barbecues in Argentina according to all these reviews that I found online, and it's just at someone's house. So I'm gonna try and ring the bell and see what happens. They know we're coming, but I'm not sure it's the right address. It is, yeah. I wasn't sure I got the right house.
No, yeah, you did.
Thank you so much. Really nice to meet you.
When you arrived here?
We've been in Argentina for about a month, but Buenos Aires for a week. Is that right?
Yeah. We're in Mendoza for a few weeks.
All right, I'm all suited up. Too short to show you, but that says the Asado Experience. And what makes this place really special is that Asado traditionally is a really male-dominated thing, but this place is female-run, female-owned.
You know, when you finish chemo, you have your hair in a curly. So I have my first photos with my first guest.
It consists of 12 women who are the asadoras, or the parrilleras.
Grilling is a space where men are the ones in charge, but Belén had the idea of starting to teach women and educating them in the art of grilling. And so now I can take part in the asado at home, and sometimes I move my dad aside.
When I say to everybody that I work here, they ask me, but who grills? Like,
Yeah.
and that's too weird.
The first step of making an asado is lighting up the fire. You have to make 3 layers in the brasero. So this is the grill and this is the brasero. That's the part of the grill where the fire starts. You start with these veggie box or fruit box that you can get anywhere for free or very cheap. And you break it up and you use that as the first layer because it is a very thin wood that lights up very quickly. However, in the Asado Experience, we changed it up. This is our first layer of the brasero, because this is a wooden box that inside has a candle wax. We lit it up like 10 minutes before you arrived, and we've already got a nice fire going on. Then you're going to use charcoal. Belu drives very far to get it, and that's the second layer.
I had a cancer in the past. This arm, I don't have like lymphatic system, so I cannot get burned in this hand because it would be very risky. So I was always looking for charcoal that would not spark. I started testing different kinds until I found this one that it's in Boulogne, that it's a town, more or less 40 minutes.
And the third layer would be this, eucalyptus wood. In Argentina, we never ever cook with gas. We use only charcoal. The thing that charcoal allows me to do is like regulate the heat. Not every cut cooks the same amount of time or needs the same amount of heat. So once the coals are hot, they will fall down and I will transfer them, and that's the heat that's going to cook the meat. You'll see here this has like the cover because it's made in Miami, but traditional grills in Argentina never have covers. Cook everything only from heat from below. We're going to start with choripan. Choripan will be a combination of pork sausage with bread and chimichurri sauce. There are as many chimichurri recipes as Argentinians basically, but this is our recipe, Belu's recipe. It's the one we like. It's pretty traditional. We finish off the rest of the sauce with any neutral oil. In this case, it's corn oil. Any oil that doesn't affect the taste of the ingredients. You just mix it up.
First course goes really well with beer. So if you like beer, if you're into beer, we have 4 kinds of Patagonia beer, and it's the perfect blend for the first course.
The second course is going to be morcilla. Have you had morcilla? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, too. Do you like it? It's kind of a hit or miss.
This is coagulated blood.
Yes.
With spices. That's everything in a very thick skin.
There are 46 million Argentinians in the country, and there are 56 million cows. So, wow. There are like 10 million more cows than people. That's why we eat the whole cow. We eat every little cut.
This is already cooked. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna place it far away from the fire, and 5 minutes before we're gonna eat it, we're only gonna heat it.
You have to pick the middle part, because if not, it will break apart. And I recommend for you to try it because I think like the next cut is going to be matambrito. The translation would be pork belly. This is an amazing cut. It's one of Argentina's favorites. It has the perfect combination of fat and meat. and we eat it with a lot of lemon. Does anyone know a bit of Spanish? Yes. So what is mata?
Kill.
Kill. And hambre?
Hunger.
Hunger. So we say it's like a hunger killer because it's very thin, it cooks quickly, and it comes very fast off the grill.
It's a very unusual way of saying it, but it's not. But we're here. Almost there. Yeah, it's nice.
The last appetizer will be mollejas. Sweetbreads are a very premium cut in Argentina. It's not an everyday thing that you eat mollejas. They are saved for special occasions to impress someone because of their price. These need a long time for them to cook. And even though they don't look that appetizing now, you'll see then how the texture and the color changes. They get almost like crispy. First, okay? Go to the back. Perfect.
So right now we are cooking the mollejas. These are the sweetbreads, and they look very different going in. Right now they're really nicely crisped up. When they went on, I was less sure about them. Now we're gonna add a bit of lemon. I'm getting instructions. This is not just me making. Oh, that's sizzle. That is so fine.
Beautiful. The star of the show and the final cut, el lomo. So this is tenderloin. It's the perfect cut to end the experience. It's a very lean cut of meat, and it's very delicious and tender. You will never see a host cut the meat while it's on the grill to see if it's done yet, or poke it with a fork, or cut it and then put it on the grill. We've learned how the meat feels for us to know if it's done yet. When I pick it up, it doesn't hold its shape at all. But when I take it out of the fire, it will hold its shape, but it will remain soft here. When you see touch like this, that's like the key factor.
Belén has taught us. It's involving our senses in the cooking process. So it's once you start making a few asados, you learn how it has to feel.
You will see that here we add much more salt because it's a thicker cut, but in the thin one, we don't want to over salt it.
I want you to see like the thickness of the salt. This isn't like as thick salt, but it isn't as thin salt either. People always complain that in Argentina we eat meat gray, like very overcooked. So here we try to avoid that at all costs and cook it to your liking. But that's the key, you know, learning how to feel it. And then we're going to season the veggies with a bit of salt.
Pick the piece that you like the most and don't miss the veggies.
The egg.
Homemade. Every place is homemade. No, it's truly amazing. So
Okay.
Thank you so much. Okay, the feast is over. That was one of the best meals I've had in Argentina so far. And I feel like after every meal that I have, the bar just gets raised further and further. The food here is spectacular. The meat here, you can really tell that it's really, really good quality.
We, as Argentinians, we don't know how lucky we are. Up to March 2020, I was doing like 6 asados per week by myself without any help. You know, when you finish chemo, you have your hair in a curly. So I have my first photos with my first guest without the brand, not even the aprons, not even the beautiful setting that we have now. Every experience was an opportunity to improve plates, improve cutlery, improve wine offering, improve the cuts. Everything has been planned to have for 3 hours you to live the most premium and the most beautiful experience you can have. And of course to share what we love, that is sharing moments with people, with loved ones, and that is what asado is for Argentinians. That's the most beautiful thing about our job, is to share and to see in other people's face, eyes, smile, how they are enjoying something that we have every day.
And one other thing I'll say about this experience is that the other guests actually make this even more fun than it would otherwise be. Summit, I met so many nice people. We had so much fun. I am incredibly full, and I learned a lot about barbecuing.
Your shot?
Yeah, you are. How dare you?
It was great meeting Sao. She's amazing. She's so cute, and so you just cannot like her. So subscribe.
But you're welcome to not like me if you don't want to.
No, you
Okay,
can't.
you're not. No.
I don't let you. Okay.
Thank you.